Okay, so I have been getting a lot of questions on how to properly structure a workout. What workouts do you start with? What do you end with? What do you prioritize? Do you do cardio first or do you do strength training first? And I just want everyone to keep in mind that it really depends on what your goals are. If you are a runner and you're looking to build more endurance and you're looking to become more lean, I would recommend doing your cardio workout first. But if you're looking to gain muscle, you do your cardio second. And the reasoning behind this is that it's usually said that cardio first builds endurance, cardio second builds muscle mass. And when you're doing strength training and you're looking to build muscle, it's better to focus on strength training first because that's when you have the most energy. And that way, with more energy, you can lift heavier weights, you can put more focus into the muscle group you're working, and then you can think of your cardio as kind of a cool down and a way to kind of finish off your workout and tie it together and kind of make a full body workout of it. But if you're looking to kind of work on endurance, then you would want to put all that extra energy you have in the beginning towards your cardio, and then in the end, with what energy you have left, think of it as like a reserve. Whatever you have left, you put that into your strength training. You won't see as much muscle growth progress as quickly, but you will see it. And so something else people tend to ask me is, how often should you be going to the gym? Again, this varies, but if you are new to all of this, I recommend 2 to 3 times a week for 30 to 45 minutes strength training, and then 15 to 20 minutes in terms of cardio. So that about roughly takes you to an hour and 15 minutes, depending on what you want to do. And during this workout, I know that there are a lot of workouts and movements out there to target a specific muscle group, but it is generally recommended a specific way to perform these workouts. You don't want to just go in and start hitting whatever movement in whatever order. You could, but you won't see as much progress. And so what's recommended is you start with a compound movement. Now, what is a compound movement? This is something I, again, recently learned, and I feel like I should share with everyone. A compound movement is a workout that targets multiple muscle groups. It's not an isolation exercise. An isolation exercise would be something like a bicep curl, where you're solely focusing on that bicep. But something like a squat is going to focus on your glutes, hamstrings, as well as your quads. That is a great example of a compound workout. Another compound workout would be a chest press. And so when you're hitting a specific muscle group, you want to start with 2 to 3 compound workouts, and then you would want to move into more isolation workouts. Now with those isolation movements, I recommend starting with the larger muscle group and then moving to your smaller one. Again, when you have a larger muscle, it takes more energy because there's more of it, there's more mass. So when you're working legs, you would start with squats and then maybe do another compound workout like Bulgarian split squats or lunges. And then you would move into something like leg extension, and that's going to work the quads. And then if you do the hamstring curl, those are your larger muscles on the leg. And then I would finish it off with 1 to 2 workouts for the calves. And the reason behind that is, again, calves is just a smaller muscle, and so it takes less energy, and whatever you have left, you can put that towards your calves. That is not to say that this will specifically work for everybody out there. I have met people where they just weren't seeing growth with their calves, and so they decided to start hitting calves first and putting a lot of emphasis on it. And after 3 weeks of training like that, they saw a lot of growth. And so it does vary person to person. And again, it's very motivated and very dependent on what your specific end goal is. I am looking to kind of tone down and just look fit and in general have a better lifestyle. But there are people out there who are looking to get very large and looking to get very big. And so that's when you would really want to focus on those compound workouts and starting with the larger muscle groups. And if you really want to fit in that cardio and you don't know where to place it in your workout, the best way to think about it is like this. If you're doing your cardio before your workout, what that's doing is building endurance. And so when you go into your strength training, you have less energy, and less energy means less weight is being able to be lifted. And so you're not seeing as much muscle growth. Although you will see it, that's not going to disappear. You're just going to see it a little more slowly. But if your goal is to gain muscle mass, what you want to do is strength train first, go in full with a full tank of energy, and then finish with your cardio. And what that cardio is going to do is supplement the strength training that you just did and kind of get a nice finish, and you're going to see more muscle mass gain that way. There's also the people out there who say that cardio kills your gains. And there is some truth behind it, although I don't necessarily go after it just because I am not one to follow a bulking session. So cardio will kind of slow down muscle growth when you are bulking like that, because cardio does burn a lot of calories. And when you are working out in order to gain muscle, you want to put those calories eaten into just your muscle growth. And so that's why they don't do cardio during that time. But if you're cutting, that's when you're doing a lot of cardio and looking to shred down. Something else that I get a lot of questions about is what is a good gym split? And basically what a split is how you prioritize muscle groups throughout the week. You're not just doing full body workouts every single day. What that's going to do is if you do full body, yes, you're going to see toned and you're going to feel good, but you're not going to see as much growth and as much progress if you do that. Whereas if you focus on a specific muscle group each day, you're going to see more progress. The most common split and the most recommended is push-pull legs, where on push day, you're doing chest and triceps. Pull, you're doing back and buys. And then there's leg day. And then there's the rest. The reason I put this in quotations is because a lot of people go to the gym 6 days a week. That's when you're at a higher level or it's something that you feel like you can commit to. So on that rest day, you might do cardio or you might just start over that circuit again. So push-pull legs, rest day. I personally follow a similar workout. I do push-pull legs. And then on the 4th day, I just do cardio, push-pull legs, and then I will take a day of rest and then start that circuit over again. So if you look in terms of a week, I kind of have an 8-day split, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking more push-pull legs. That's the order in which I do my workouts. And for a lot of people out there, that is what they do. But something that is recommended to women, if that you're looking to just tone out, it is recommended that women have a 4-day split. That would be arms, chest, back, and then legs. And personally, when I was doing this split, I would include shoulders in my arm workout. The reason behind this is because women tend to heal a little slower than men from their workouts. And then it's also because you are usually not as strong as men. And so it takes more time for your body to recover. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just biologically, our bodies are different. Okay, so we covered all of these, but I also want to mention it's super important that there are 3 main things to focus on when you're looking to work out. A lot of people tend to overlook that third one. So there's cardio. That's when you're getting your heart pumping, you're doing the running, you're doing the elliptical. Then there's also strength training. These are kind of very well known in the gym community. But something that I think a lot of people overlook and they don't really understand is flexibility and mobility training. So let me give you an example of why mobility training is super important. For something like a squat, you want your ass to the grass, but a lot of people aren't able to really focus on that all the way down movement. Their range of motion is very limited. Why is that? It's because their hip and ankle mobility is very limited. Whereas if you focus on strengthening these and focusing on your mobility, you're able to go lower and you're able to get a fuller range of motion and therefore get a better workout. People overlook this and so they're wondering, why am I not feeling it as much in my squats? Why can't I go lower? And people say things like, oh, limited range of movement, that doesn't count as a full rep. Well, a way to fix this would be the mobility training. And there's a lot of great videos out there on YouTube where they walk you through step-by-step specific mobility moving drills where you could improve upon this. So those 3 things I definitely want to make sure everyone is focusing on. I've just recently learned this. And after almost a year and a half now of going to the gym and taking it very seriously, I didn't know that up until like maybe 2 months ago. And I wish I had known it sooner. So I just want to put that out there for everyone to know as well. I really hope that all of this information was helpful and now you're able to go into the gym being a little more confident about what you're doing and your ability to carry out a proper workout even better. And I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong, but I'm saying that there is always a more strategic way to approach things. And again, this isn't one size fits all. That's why I kind of have to go through multiple different scenarios. It's because it's very dependent on what your goal is. If you want to get very big, it's going to look different from someone who's looking to train for a marathon. So it really is case-by-case basis, but I hope this did some clarifying and everyone was able to find some sort of helpful outcome from this video. If it was helpful in any way and you did like the content, please drop a like and a subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon for future notifications.